So I'm heading off to New York in Google LA, going out to the Chelsea Market office for the week. Was about to leave, forgot this. Should be a huge issue. AirPod review, I promise, is coming soon. Have a day full of travel, probably gonna document some, and then a New York vlog. Uber driver dropped me off at the wrong terminal. I checked the airport for the right terminal, went to that terminal, was the wrong terminal, and then finally went to my boarding pass. I had to walk across all of LAX to get to the right terminal. All that being said, yesterday was a pretty shitty day for me. At church, my pastor had mentioned about being disillusioned, and that word itself kind of identified how I feel in a lot of areas of my life right now. Today was a great morning, said bye to my family, and was generally feeling pretty happy and optimistic. And even in this shit of... It's really loud here. Today, as I was walking through the entire airport, I was trying to smile at everyone that I made eye contact with and have a good attitude, and honestly surprised how easy it is to be happy and how much that affects your experience. I've been very cynical and very angry lately, and so I'm trying to be happy. We'll see how it goes.
As we glide over whatever we know to be over forever, I really hope the shame is less than what we feel in times of stress. But I guess that's just depression. No sense in fighting it now. You had me caught in the headlights. You were running me down.
It is about midnight here in New York. I'm still on California time. My internet sucks here in the hotel. Was down in the lobby for about 2 hours getting some work done. Still not tired at all. Uploading last week's vlog. I think I'm gonna go get some pizza because I'm in New York and it's like $1 and I'm starving. My battery in the camera is about to die. Gonna see you guys later at Google here in New York.
Speaking tongues and start to tease. Lift your voice and scrape your knees. Kids in love will plant the seed. Resurrect and start to breathe. I thought I was a creator. I'm here just hanging around. Got my Messiah impression. I think I got him nailed down.
Just got back to the hotel. I had a long day in the office. Got to walk through the beautiful city. When I visit a new city, I kind of like to walk to work and actually see the city since I don't have a lot of free time to go out and explore. But been loving being in New York. Headed to dinner right now with my team. Had to drop off some things. Actually had some really interesting thoughts today with my manager as we were presenting some things to the development team regarding like platform and Mac and Chrome and why it's so hard to design a button. Day 2. So when I told my wife I had to come to New York, she said you can go but only under one condition, and so I have some homework to do for her. She does hair and makeup like I've talked about before, and she has some work that she did that's on a billboard now. Used to be in Brooklyn, painted. Now she gave me some streets to go see if I can find it, so I can photograph it. So a little homework before I go to work. So I just put down my coffee to get my backpack on and look straight up and found it. Boom. There it is.
Speaking tongues and start to tease. Lift your voice and scrape your knees. love will plant the seed. Resurrect and start to breathe. I thought I was a creator.
So outside of having my wife's work on a billboard in New York City in the middle of Soho, is obviously an achievement and super cool, but what makes me most happy is that Erica every year makes a goal for herself, for her business, and this year was to be on a billboard, and this is her second billboard with this company, Wyeth Eyewear. She had a painted one in Brooklyn and now this one. Just always inspired by her and how much she pushes herself in her business to be better. She's a hustler, she gets it, and I'm super proud of her and glad to call her my wife. What we're doing here in New York is all of the engineers from Chrome that work on the Mac desktop application are all here converging. A couple people from the UX team are here to share our thoughts on desktop and get to know them better. We gave a little presentation yesterday, and after the presentation was talking with my manager and the other coworkers I have here. Wanted to talk about kind of the dichotomy of designing software at scale on many platforms, and this is like, for me, I was just realizing yesterday, like, this is the root of why you have to have lots of designers and lots of people thinking about something simple like designing a button. And you hear this a lot, people criticize or question, like, why are there so many great designers at Facebook or Google, Airbnb, and they have all these people, and like, what are they doing? The products exist, how are they spending so much time designing things? And it just really hit me yesterday that, like, there's this, my manager Alex describes it in this, like, this 3-axis scenario where you have like the brand of the software or of the company that you have to take into consideration, whether that's their branded UI kit, however they communicate their brand through software. Then you have platform OS, as far as like whether it's iOS or Android or Mac OS or Windows or Linux or the web. And then you have kind of the UX patterns and the feature set and things that are unique perspective for the app itself, so things that are very unique to the app as far as UI function. So when it comes to the task of designing a button or a dialogue, that in itself in isolation is very simple and easy, and there's ways to do that correctly and incorrectly. But when you have to design that dialogue across many OSs, also consider brand, and then also consider the patterns across experiences with that brand, it gets a lot less simple. And I think this is just something that anyone designing software at scale understands. It's something that I wanted to like try to eloquently explain, because I think it's one of the challenging but also rewarding parts about designing software at a larger scale. It's something that I think about a lot. It's something that I was thinking about a lot at Netflix when we had, Netflix does a very good job of designing apps that work the same kind of across all platforms, regardless of where you're at. You kind of know how to use Netflix. But then there's also this loyalty to platforms, whether it's iOS, Android, those platform patterns that exist, and you want to at least nod to those so people feel native on the device they're using. There's also this like kind of fourth dimension, like the brand of the content, and then the brand of the actual app itself. In Chrome, we have like the actual content area. We want the web to be shown in its purest and best form, so we want to kind of get out of the way, but also we want to be known that you're in Chrome and that we're giving you the value of Google. It's very hard. There's lots of things to not only understand but consider when making design decisions. So it's a lot different than just designing the thing. It's making sure that you're playing the proper part and the proper role as it relates to all of the agencies or companies or OSs or brands that you have to consider. I don't know if I just talk circles around that, but it's probably like a good Venn diagram of like these 3 or 4 things and like you want to be in the middle of it. Anyways, designing buttons isn't always easy. And long story short, shit's not easy. All right, time to get to work.
Drumming with a heavy wrist. Were you one of the cool kids? My shin's been for the replica youth. I hope that we can eject soon, 'cause I don't wanna surrender or lose your face in the crowd. I finally found all my courage.
This is Kenny Grill. He played guitar in all the bands I played in. I'd have to do some kind of intro so they know who you are when I put you in.
We're beers, like we're like lying.
We're gonna be drinking beers
He's
together.
pregnant. That's why we don't have to. We're lying about the beers.
Kenny's one of our best friends. We play in bands together. He moved to New York, and so when I come out, we'll drink beer. What's up? So I've always loved Twitter. Love interacting with people and the accessibility that you get. One kind fellow that I've been able to interact with a little bit, and obviously have heard of a lot on podcasts and on YouTube, is Sam Sheffer. Hit him up and asked if we could drink some beer and hang out. I'm doing that right now. Going to get some beer and hang out in his studio. He's gonna stream some Twitch tonight, so not sure how long I'm gonna stay, but pumped to hang out and meet some new people.
Just a manic depressed, serotonin around my own cloud. I got a positive message. Sometimes I can't get it out. Sometimes I can't get it out.
Yeah, probably. It's Windows. Testing. Where's my? Yeah, where's the death? That can be in a game. It usually goes up to 99, and it's a free-for-all and like looting items and like regular FPS gameplay. Only fly over the military base. Sometimes it comes from here, and you can choose when to jump. Do
So,
anything.
like, it's so much
you
freedom.
Can do anything
It's so
you want.
rad.
In this game.
The infinite nature. I told my wife, I was like, yeah, I'm meeting a guy. He YouTubes. We talked on Twitter a little bit.
But like back in the day, 5 years ago, it was weird to meet someone on the internet, and now it's like totally normal to meet someone on the
Yeah, no, I mean, most of my friends, everyone I know in the design scene, we met on Twitter.
Yeah. This is incredible. I'm
Good.
so glad we got to connect,
Yes.
Joel, honestly.
Let me know how I like.
Sometimes